buttercup, you're a Barbie doll. Show them all what I'm made of. Strut down the hall, won't stop till I get enough.
Okay, so get this. We're diving into Saturday Night Live and, celebrity couples.
Oh, yeah.
And jokes that might make you, like, seriously cringe.
Yeah.
We found this Fox News article about a recent SNL episode.
Right.
Where Colin Jost basically roasts his wife, Scarlett Johansson, during the Weekend Update segment.
Oh, wow.
And the kicker, she was backstage the whole time.
Ah, that's interesting.
So every time he tells a joke, they cut to her reaction.
Yeah, I read about that. That's wild.
Yeah.
It's like a whole other layer.
It's like watching a car crash in slow motion.
Well, what's interesting, too, is this joke swap tradition that they do on Weekend Update.
Yeah.
Jost and Shay write these brutal jokes for each other, and supposedly they haven't seen them beforehand.
Oh, so it's like a genuine reaction.
Yeah, it's all about, like, surprise and discomfort.
Okay, yeah.
But with Scarlett right there,
Oh, yeah, the stakes are higher.
the stakes are so much higher. It's like,
And they're going to milk that,
oh, yeah.
for all it's worth.
They're gonna milk it first.
Filters, all those camera cuts.
Yeah,
You can't help but wonder what's going through her head.
absolutely.
Like, is she cringing? Is she
yeah.
playing it up for the cameras?
Or is she thinking, like, really, honey, this again?
Seriously.
Right. Like, come on.
Yeah, is this like their thing?
Yeah, and SNL producers.
They love that.
They live for that.
Yeah.
So they're gonna keep coming back to her.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And there's another layer to this whole thing that I found really interesting.
Okay.
So Jost actually calls out the fact that Che always seems to give him, like,
oh, really?
the racially charged jokes to deliver,
Yeah,
right?
I noticed that.
But instead of, like, shying away from it, he leans in.
Oh, wow.
He's like, I'm going to read these jokes in a black voice.
oh, wow.
He's like,
Okay.
so sorry in advance,
Oh,
but that's
okay.
how I'm going to deliver these jokes.
I mean, on the surface, it's satirical. But, using humor to address a sensitive topic like race,
Yeah, it's tricky.
it's a tightrope walk for sure.
Like, is he poking fun at the very idea of a black voice?
Right?
Or is he using it as a shield to deflect criticism?
Yeah. You never know.
It's hard to say.
And it's a way of acknowledging the elephant in the room
Oh, yeah, for sure.
without directly confronting it.
Yeah.
And the article even mentions this one part where
Yeah.
he throws in so sorry in advance
Oh, my God.
before launching into a joke about Kamala Harris and reparations.
Oh, no.
And they said he looked visibly uncomfortable as he delivered the punchline.
I can't even imagine being in Scarlett's shoes.
Right.
Like, millions of people are watching you react
Uh-huh.
to your husband,
Right.
basically roasting you
On live TV.
on live TV.
It's got to be so awkward.
I would be mortified.
It really makes you wonder about, like, their relationship dynamic,
Yeah, like, how much is pre-planned?
Right.
How much is genuine?
Like, are they cool with this?
Yeah, like, what's the boundary?
Yeah.
Well, get this. After the Kamala Harris bit,
Okay.
Jost dedicates the next joke to Scarlett.
Oh, no.
And the camera cuts to her backstage, and she's looking,
Uh-huh.
I'll be honest, a little apprehensive.
I bet.
And then he hits her with this, hey, boo.
Oh, God.
Y'all know Scarlett just celebrated her 40th birthday,
Oh.
which means I'm about to get up out of there.
Oh, my God.
And you can actually hear Scarlett say why in the background.
No way.
Yes.
Oh, my God.
Oh, it's like a train wreck you can't look away from.
You just can't.
It's so good.
So what happened?
Okay, so the article says he delivered the punchline.
Okay.
And I'm just playing.
Okay.
We just had a kid together, and y'all ain't seen no pictures of him yet because he black as hell.
Oh,
And
wow.
apparently Scarlett's response was inaudible.
Oh, set.
She said that.
Followed by a big swig of her drink.
Oh, my God.
Oh, wow.
That's a lot to unpack.
That's a lot to unpack.
Yeah. And it gets even more interesting
Oh, really?
when you consider that this isn't their first time doing this.
Okay.
The article mentions last year's joke swap,
Right.
where Jost made a joke comparing Scarlett's Black Widow character
Mm-hmm.
to Coretta Scott King.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so like that's
rough.
another whole layer of awkward,
Yeah,
definitely. Ouch.
Yeah.
I'm starting to see why she might feel a little brutalized by this whole thing,
Yeah, I can see that.
which she said in another interview.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
that she feels brutalized.
Okay.
And to think they actually reconnected during an SNL episode back in 2017
All right.
and have been married since 2020.
Yeah, they got married.
Yeah.
So, oh, wow, that's so interesting.
It really is.
So they clearly have a connection,
They do.
but their willingness to engage in this type of public humor,
Yeah.
it begs the question, is it a sign of a strong relationship where they can laugh at themselves?
Okay.
Or is it potentially masking something deeper? You know, like, are they okay?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
That's what we need to figure out.
Right. Yeah, it really makes you think, you know, about like, where's the line?
Right.
What's acceptable humor? What's maybe crossing the line even for SNL?
Yeah, for sure. And maybe we're overthinking it.
Yeah.
I mean, comedy is all about pushing boundaries, right?
Absolutely. But it's a delicate balance.
Right.
What one person finds funny, another person might find offensive.
Totally.
And when you're dealing with sensitive topics, like race and gender relationships,
Oh, yeah, for sure.
the stakes are higher.
The stakes are higher. And then you add that whole layer of it being on live TV
Yeah.
with millions of people.
Millions of people watching your ads,
And analyzing every word and every
every little facial expression.
little expression.
Yeah, it adds like a whole other...
It gets even more interesting.
Yeah.
When you think about the power dynamics,
Okay.
you've got a husband and wife.
Yeah.
You've got a comedian and a celebrity.
Yeah.
Right.
All performing for this huge audience.
Oh, yeah. So many layers.
It's a recipe for awkwardness.
For sure.
Yeah, at least.
It makes me think about like how comedy has evolved
Yeah.
and our relationship with celebrities.
Right.
It's like this constant blurring of what's personal and what's public.
Yeah, and social media has definitely like amplified that.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
We're just bombarded with
All the time.
glimpses into celebrities' lives, their relationships.
Yeah, and then they use humor
Right.
to kind of deflect,
Yeah, to navigate it.
to navigate it.
Exactly.
Do you think that's what Jost and Johansson are doing?
I think so.
Like they're using this joke swap to kind of control the narrative?
I think there's an element of that.
Okay,
They're acknowledging the elephant in the room,
right.
like all the awkwardness, the power dynamics,
No.
and they're using humor to disarm it.
Okay, so it's like they're saying we're in on the joke.
Exactly.
You can laugh with us,
Laugh with us.
but it's risky, right?
It is risky.
Because she did say she felt brutalized by these jokes.
Yeah, that's a strong word.
Yeah, and even if it's all in good fun,
Right.
there's always that potential for hurt feelings.
Yeah, you don't want to build resentment
Exactly.
over time.
Yeah, it's like walking a tightrope.
It is.
The line between playful ribbing and something that could actually damage the relationship.
Right. And we don't know what's going on behind closed doors.
We don't.
We just see the public persona.
Exactly. And then we also have to remember they're individuals
Yes.
with their own...
the insecurities and sensitivities.
Right. Like what might be a joke to one person could be like a trigger for someone else.
Right.
It's like that saying, you know,
What is it?
one man's trash is another man's treasure.
Yeah.
But in this case, it's like one couple's playful banter
Right.
is another person's cringe-worthy nightmare.
That's a great way to put it.
Yeah.
It highlights how there's no one-size-fits-all
Right.
when it comes to humor,
Especially in relationships.
especially in relationships.
What works for them
Right.
might not work for another couple.
I'd be a disaster.
And this whole situation has sparked such a wider conversation
It has.
about comedy in our society.
Absolutely.
Like some people are saying just went too far.
Yeah.
That the jokes were offensive and insensitive.
Right.
And then other people are defending him,
Totally.
saying it's all in good fun and people need to lighten up.
And that's the beauty of comedy.
Uh-huh.
It provokes these strong reactions and it sparks these important conversations.
It forces us to think about our own beliefs and biases,
Yeah.
even when it's uncomfortable.
Even when it makes us squirm.
I think that's why this whole SNL joke swap thing is so fascinating.
Me too.
It's not just about them.
Yeah,
It's a reflection of these larger cultural conversations
it is.
about race, gender power, and the boundaries of humor.
Yeah. Where's the line?
Where is the line?
We're constantly trying to figure that out.
Yeah, it's a reminder that comedy can be powerful.
But it's like a double-edged sword.
Right.
It can make us think, but it can also be used to, like, you know,
Punch down.
yeah, punch down or reinforce those stereotypes.
Right. And it seems like things are constantly changing.
Yeah.
Like what might have been hilarious a few years ago is like totally off limits now.
It's true. And I think that's because, like, our understanding of social issues is always evolving.
Right.
Like, we're more aware of the nuances of race and gender.
Yeah.
And that's reflected in how we see comedy.
So how do we even navigate this?
Yeah.
Like, is it even possible to find that sweet spot
Yeah.
where we can all laugh
Together.
without causing harm?
That's the million-dollar question.
It really is.
I think it comes down to intent
Okay.
and awareness.
Yeah.
Like, comedians need to be mindful of the power of their words.
And I guess we have a responsibility, too.
You do.
As viewers.
Absolutely.
To think critically.
Yeah. Don't just accept what you're told is funny.
Right.
Think about the message.
The message behind the joke.
Like, who benefits from this joke?
Yeah.
Who might it be harming?
And is it like adding to the conversation?
Right.
Or is it just reinforcing stereotypes?
Exactly.
So maybe instead of focusing on like what's acceptable and what's not,
yeah.
we should be encouraging more like thoughtful engagement with comedy.
I like that.
Yeah.
It's about having those tough conversations,
right.
Challenging our own assumptions.
And being open to different perspectives.
Yeah.
You know, thinking about it this way, maybe this whole SNL thing isn't so bad.
Maybe not.
Like it's got people talking.
It has.
It's making us think about these complex issues.
It's a conversation starter.
Exactly. And sometimes those are the most important conversations.
They are.
So where do we go from here?
That's a good question.
Like, do we just accept that comedy will always be pushing the boundaries?
I think that's part of it.
Okay.
But I also think humor changes with culture.
Yeah.
What's important is that we keep talking about it and engage critically.
And we hold each other accountable.
Yeah.
I think that's a great takeaway for our listeners.
I agree.
Like, comedy is powerful.
It is.
But it can be used for good or bad.
For sure.
It's up to all of us to use it wisely. And to create a culture where humor can be both entertaining and thought-provoking.
Absolutely. And, you know, even when a joke makes you cringe, it can still be a good thing.
Okay.
It might mean you're being challenged.
To think differently.
Yeah. Outside your comfort zone.
I love that.
Yeah.
A little discomfort can be a good thing.
Exactly.
It means we're growing.
And learning.
Well, this has been a fascinating deep dive.
It has.
Into SNL.
Celebrity couples.
And the crazy world of comedy.
Yeah. Thanks for listening, everyone.
Until next time.
Sound the alarm. I'm coming up. We'll have a ball. I'm sweet like a buttercup. You're a Barbie doll. Show them all what I'm made of. Strut down the hall. Won't stop till I get enough.